Tabletop CP. Today we're heading back to the American War of Independence for another game of our favorite game, Sharp Practice. Alright, well, it's my favorite game. I don't want to speak for everybody, but this is my favorite game that we play. It's always fun, it's always a good game, and just it flows really well, and it's fun to film, it's fun to watch. Everything about it's super awesome. So anyway, back to the AWI, and we're back in Johnson's Landing, and we're going to have a little fight for a wagon. Alright, so starting the briefing off, our map tonight is the New Europe 2 map by Cigar Box, one of our all-time favorites. It's perfect for AWI or any kind of rural area that you want to fight in. So check out the description if you want to pick one of these up for yourself. As far as the game terrain goes, first we'll start with the fences. So there's a lot of fences. These are going to be soft cover, minor obstacles, so 2d6, remove the lowest. And then we got some clumps of trees. We got one there, one here. These are going to be soft cover, 4-inch visibility. We have one orchard, which is going to be soft cover, 6-inch visibility. All of the buildings are going to be soft cover, including the ruin. And that's pretty much it for the terrain. Let's talk about the mission. Alright, so tonight's mission is called the Hessian Wagon. So a wagon carrying supplies to the local Hessian outpost has broken a wheel and sits stuck in the road outside Johnson's Landing, guarded by their Hessian escort. Word of the wagon has reached the local colonists who want the supplies for themselves. Alright, so the British, as far as deployment go, the Hessian escort, which is going to be 2 groups of Hessian Grenadiers and a group of Hessian Jaegers, will deploy before the game starts from this deployment point, which is the wagon. Normal rules apply, so 6 inches, or we might call them defenders, so they'll get a little bit of boost. But they'll deploy from the wagon. And that's all that's going to deploy for the British to start the game. So the rest of the British force do not deploy until the big man rolls a cumulative 15 with 2d6 roll when his card is drawn. And the big man is going to be the Hessian leader, Captain Luke Lankowski. So once Lankowski reaches that roll of 15, the rest of the British force, we call them British, but they're mostly not British. There's one British unit. But we'll get to that when we look at the forces. But their primary deployment point is going to be the road. And with their support points, if they purchase any secondary, they can deploy from those, but not until the Hessian big man rolls a 15 on 2d6 when his card is drawn. And the objective for the British is simply to defend the wagon. Okay, so the Continental Force, they will be deploying in their deployment area. They're going to get 2 jump off points, and their deployment area is anywhere on the edge from this fence over to those trees. So they can place their deployment points anywhere along that edge, and they can start deploying immediately. And the objective for them is to get to the wagon, so they got to get to the wagon and control it. No enemy within 6 inches of it. I haven't quite decided yet how that's going to end, or how we'll end it. I was thinking maybe cards, but usually these type of things, they're kind of obvious when they happen, so I don't want to set anything out in stone right now. As usual, you know, as the game manager, which I'll be today because Andre and Steve will be playing, I'll kind of wing it, play it by ear, and adjust things on the fly just to make a better game. If it's looking like one side's just going to walk over the other, although that's not normally a problem with this game. So anyway, they have to get to the wagon and control it. So pretty simple there. And that's pretty much it. So the Hessians start by the wagon, delayed reinforcements for the British. The Continentals can start coming in right away, and they got to get over there and capture the wagon. The British have to defend it. So let's go ahead and look at the forces. So we start off here with the Continental Force. We're going to go skirmisher heavy on both of these because all skirmisher or mostly skirmisher games we found have been a lot of fun. So starting off here, we're going to start with the big man. So the big man for the Continentals tonight is going to be Captain Robert Wadsworth and his Rangers. He's a level 2. So the Rangers have rifles. They got good shots, they're aggressive, sharp practice. They got tomahawks, they're loaded. These guys are really good. Next up, we're going to have Walt Leach and a group of militia skirmishers. They are militia skirmishers, but they do have good shot. And there's a second group just like that, commanded by Ryan Horton. Also militia skirmishers, but good shots. And then we're going to have Lieutenant, however you want to say it, Alan Downs. He's going to be commanding the only Continental force in this force, or Continental unit in this force, I should say, which is a group of Continental Light Infantry. So they're going to have all the bells and whistles as well, but they only be armed with muskets. So sharp practice, aggressive, tomahawks. and light infantry, and then we're going to have some continental / militia, kind of a mix of the two, cavalry. And this can be commanded by Captain James Milholland, and they're going to have tally-ho. So that is the Continental Force. And here we have the, quote, British Force, although there's only really one British unit in it, but we'll still just call them British for simplicity's sake. So the big man's going to be right here. That's Captain Luke Lankowski. He's a level 2 leader. He's going to be assisted by Sergeant Vesterman, and they're going to be in command of 2 groups of Hessian Grenadiers. These guys are going to be aggressive and have sharp practice. There's also going to be 1 group of Hessian Jaegers. These guys are light infantry with rifles and sharp practice. We're going to have 2 groups of Indian allies. They're going to be identical. 6 guys, aggressive, tomahawks. They're going to have a prominent leader. The first one's going to be Son of Magua, and the second one's going to be commanded by Tatanka. And then last but not least, we have our good buddy Alfred Wallace commanding the British Dragoons, and they're going to have tally-ho. And they're going to be impact cavalry, and so are the other dragoons too. What the hell? So impact cavalry with tally-ho for both set of cavalry. So that's it for the forces. So let's go ahead and get started. One quick change for right now is that the militia skirmishers will not be considered militia. They will just be considered regular skirmishers. They're hardened backcountry folk, so we're not going to call them militia. We're just going to have them be regular skirmishers. So it's going to be just cover, gets you the +1, not long range and cover. All right, so Steve and Andre have arrived. Steve is going to be the Continentals. Andre is going to be the British. Andre has deployed, so he's deployed his Hessian Grenadiers here. So we give him the extra 6-inch deployment distance for being the defender, so he's back behind this fence, and the Jaegers are in the church. 2 in the bell tower, 2 in each window, plus he increased Kopke, the leader of the Jaegers, to a level 2 with some of his support points. He also bought a holy man and a musician. Steve brought a holy man and a physic, and he made Milholland, the cavalry guy, a level 2 leader. And as far as force morale goes, Steve's at a 10, Andre's at an 11. So that is all the preliminary stuff. So we're ready to begin. All right, so we're ready to begin. I forgot to mention Steve's his deployment points. He's got 1 there behind the church, the barn, and then he's got those pigs over there by the woods. So Andre's going to be the card guy tonight. And
it's turn.
All right, the Hessians win. They've
Okay,
secured the
so
wagon.
everybody reloads.
Everybody reloads. Everyone gets up,
Smoke
dusts
is gone.
themselves off. Smoke is gone. Okay, so we'll come back for the next chapter. Here we go, chapter 2. It's another tiffin.
And that's what happens when you don't play with a full deck.
Yeah, I guess maybe we should put it in there. All right, we'll come back for chapter 3. Chapter 3.
What happens if we, at chapter
Another one?
4, we just automatically...
We all go home. Nope. Okay, so we got blue leader 4. So the blues will be the rebels.
Alan Downs?
That is Alan Downs. Steve brought in Lieutenant Downs and his light infantry skirmishers from behind the barn, and they've just come up there up to the fence, kind of looking over onto the Grenadiers. And next cards, 3, that's Kopke. That's your Jaegers in the barn who have no targets.
What do you mean?
36 inch, well,
Yeah.
you might be able to hit Downs. We'll see.
Nothing to it.
Is it?
Yeah, if I had another 6 inches.
Okay, so Kopke will do nothing. Next card.
They're going to go on ambush.
Leader 2, so that's Sergeant Vesterman here. He's just
He'll remove a point of shock.
okay. Blue leader 3, that is Ryan Horton. So Ryan Horton and his skirmishers have deployed into those woods there, and they're going to take a shot at Kopke in the church in hard cover. They're good shots, needing 4s.
Wow.
So it's 5.
5 hits, Andre.
That's too many. Nothing happens. I don't have any dice.
Just roll the same ones.
Can't.
It's a communal dice here.
Touching
Unless
rebel dice.
He'll get a bunch of deads, dead, and he'll never do it again. Nothing but 2 shock. So 2 shock onto Kopke and his Jaegers in the barn. Not bad. He's a level 2 though, don't forget that. So next card.
I think
You want the camera back or?
No, keep going. Next card. Ah, that's the big man. So that's Lankowski and the Grenadiers. Lankowski, Andre had the guys wheel back, but he rolled 2 1s, so he just barely moved back 2 inches. Didn't get as far as he wanted to. I think he was trying to get these guys downs and his boys in arc. So next card. And that's the end. So remember, you guys have cards in hand too.
So how many flags is it to activate a guy that's in reserve?
3. 3 flags to activate an officer.
So we can do that from.
Not after Tiffin. So we'll move on to the next turn. Next turn. Okay, so that's Sergeant Vesterman again. He's just pull another shock.
Oh,
That's Wadsworth. So that's the rebel big man. All right, Steve brought Wadsworth in from the deployment point behind the sheep over here into these woods. Next card. End of turn. Oh, and Andre did roll for his reserves when he the big man's card came out. He got a 7. So move on to the next turn. Next turn. Hey, it's Sergeant Vesterman again. And it's Wadsworth
again.
So don't forget, you guys got 4 cards in hand you can play as well. So, but we'll let Steve do something with Wadsworth. So Wadsworth.
No, I can throw down some flags if you.
You could. You could sharp practice. But Wadsworth moved up all 3d6 and only got what?
6 inches.
6 inches. But he's trying to get up here through the hole in the fence, and he made it to about there. So next card. All right then, another end of turn. Next turn. Blue leader 4, that's Downs. So that is your light infantry here. Okay, with the blue 4, Steve activated Downs, and he moved up to the fence with 1d6. Andre is going to burn all 4 of the flags in his hand to do an interrupt and activate Lankowski. What are you going to do with him?
We are going to wheel backwards.
Wheel backwards. Okay.
Hopefully more than 2.
It is more than 2.
Getting all the low ones out of the way early.
Hey, between so on 4 dice you moved what, 5 inches? But you get to move 3. Right, so after the wheel, Andre got out of range of Downs, and he completed his task roll of 15 already. So the reserves are going to start coming in.
If they only had their cards in the deck.
If they only had their cards in the deck. Next turn. So Steve's got one turn left to do something. So.
But hang on. Before you flip over the Tiffin there.
Yeah, it might be the tip. So
What are the odds?
Let Steve think about it.
Well,
Steve briefly considered bringing his cavalry in, but then decided against it since the Jaegers hadn't gone yet. It is the Tiffin. Okay, so
Hey.
Andre's now got 4 flags in the deck, which will be helpful. Steve was trying to get 3 in by using them to bring in Melholland, but
that
decided,
$10 I slipped Travis paid off. He talked him out of it.
yeah, it would have been actually a good idea because then. Oh well, don't listen to me. All right, move on to the next turn. Next card.
Hey,
Red flag.
The first flag of the game.
Steve's got to get some flags in the deck here. Blue leader 2, that's Walt Leach, so that's his other unit of skirmishers. Okay, Steve brought in Leach here next to Horton, and he's going to put some more suppressing fire onto the Jaegers. Needing 4s. Good shots. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. It started good until I got over here.
Yeah.
4 hits, Andre. Hard cover.
Okay, we'll split them up.
Deadness shock. So check your leader. Could be Jens. It is Jens. He's knocked out.
Nice.
So it's a shock and a knocked out yen. So roll a bad thing. Probably a -1, but we'll check. All right, so Jens is knocked out. Andre dropped from 11 to 10.
My dragoons were on the table right now.
Yeah, it would have been a great time to bring your dragoons in last turn.
Let's do that now.
You could do it now.
Can they go a second time if their card gets pulled?
No, only if you do 4 flags. So if you burn the 3, that's all they can do is come in.
Because even if his leader gets pulled, they're
Can't do anything. He could do something after the tiffin with who's left.
with 1 flag, right?
With a flag, yes. But he can't activate if he pulls the red 3. So we'll let Steve think about if he wants to bring his guys in. All right, Steve's going to burn 2 flags and have Leech sharp practice. So he came in, fired, reloaded. So he's going to fire another volley at the Jaegers. I think needing 5s this time.
Yep. So 4 hits.
4 hits.
Man.
4 hits on Andre. 2 dead. Ah, the Jaegers are taking a pounding. It's not the leader though. But 2 dead Jaegers and a knocked out leader. So the church has offered them hardly
So I
any
could sharp
protection.
practice for them too, right?
I think their card has to come out. We'll figure it out. So Steve burned his last 2 flags to activate Wadsworth, who's just moved up, used all of his dice, dropped 1 to get over the fence, and he's got up into the middle of the orchard here. So all 4 of Steve's flags are now in the deck. Another red flag. That's Kopke. He's knocked out, but you can see if he gets up. On a 5+, he gets up. He needs to get up. Oh,
He thought about it.
briefly thought about
He
it.
sat up and then passed out.
Okay, so it's 3 red flags. So Andre could now activate an officer, bring something in. Blue 5.
Oh, that's the dragoon.
That's
no.
Melholland. That's your that's your dragoons. Your cavalry. So he's brought in Melholland over there.
Oh, that's I gotta tell you how fast they're going, right?
Yes.
Gallop is what, D6 plus.
Gallop is like 2d6 plus 9 or something. It's a lot. You get 3d. It's the fastest you can go, but you can only go in a straight line. So coming in at the gallop,
I have to rotate a little bit though.
he's aiming for the grenadiers. All right, next card.
So what?
At the gallop.
So he came in at the gallop and turned?
He didn't turn.
He
I
turned.
redeployed them in a more favorable.
Pointed it in the right direction.
Okay. They're kind of coming off the jump off point.
Next card, blue leader 3. That's Ryan Horton, who is way back there. All right, Horton's going to fire back at the Jaegers.
Nothing.
Not a single hit.
Wow, look at all those ones. I got 5 ones.
Reroll ones.
Twin linked.
Americans reroll ones,
Yes.
don't they?
They do.
See, you didn't think I could remember rules.
Blue 4, that's Downs. That's the light infantry. So Alan and his boys are just going to stay put. They don't want to get in range. They're about 2 inches or 1 inch out of range of each other with those grenadiers. So they're just going to stay put. Oh, that's the 4th red flag. So, okay. Andre's got some decisions.
I can activate my knocked out leader.
If you want to roll, yeah, you could activate him again and roll and see if he gets up.
If he had a full crew with him, I might.
Seems like kind of a waste.
He's already combat ineffective if he gets up, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay, we'll let Andre think about it. Andre's not going to do the 2 flags, or the 4 flags. He's going to pull Vesterman's card. He's hoping for the red 1 here.
What is left? A blue? No.
The
All the
Tiffin,
flags
red
are out.
1, and then another blue something.
So, literally, Hey!
Hey, it's the big man. Perfect. So that is Lankowski. So he can activate him and then activate him again with the 4 flags. Andre had Lankowski wheel back this way though. So he's trying to get those cavalry in his arc, but again, he rolled a 1 and a 2. So he's rolled 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2 on 6 dice for that.
And I'll burn 3 flags to bring in
the cavalry. So Andre's burned the 3 flags. He brought Wallace in
at the canter.
at the canter from the jump off point, which is his road. So next die or card. Ah, it's Wadsworth. Didn't he already go? Or no, he did 2 sharp practices. Yeah, so Wadsworth is that.
No, actually, he did go. He went with 2 flags.
Oh, okay, so he interrupted to go. So next one's the Tiffin. All right, next turn. All right, so it was actually Andre had 1 flag left, and he brought what's left of the Jaegers and the wounded Jens out of the church and just kind of hid behind just to get out of the line of fire. Now we'll move on to the next turn. Next turn, all the cards are in the deck.
Into chapter?
And nope, blue 5.
Right?
Yep, that's Malholland. So Malholland dropped to the canter, did a 45, moved up towards the wagon, the objective. So next card. That's Horton. So Horton is there, right in the middle of the woods. All right, so I had it mixed up. Horton was in the back, and it was Leach was up here. But so Horton moved all 3 of his moves, and he moved up there behind the cavalry, just along the fence line. So next card. Red flag. Red flag. Oh boy, that's the big man, Lankowski and the Grenadiers. So Lankowski wheeled back and moved back. He got a 12-inch wheel. So he wheeled back a little bit and then moved a little bit. So he's going to cover the wagon. And next card. Ah, that's the Tiffin. So Andre's got 2 flags.
And 2 units I haven't activated.
Which 2? Oh, yeah, the 2 on the board. Okay, so we'll let Andre decide what he wants to do with these 2 flags.
What's the range on a cavalry charge?
We'll figure it out. First flag, Andre had Wallace and the boys go to the gallop, and they got a 20-inch move. So they're all the way up here now, kind of in the thick of it. And then with the last flag, he had the Jaegers just kind of scoot around the edge of the building there. And that'll do it for this turn, so move on to the next turn. Okay, so Andre's hoping for the red 6 or 2 flags, and Wallace might be able to do something. Oh, but that means your Kopke gets up.
To a walk.
Kopke gets up. They're reloaded. That's like we're on like chapter 5 already, or something, 4 or something, but anyway.
I think this might be chapter 5.
So we will move on to the next chapter. All right, let's try this again.
We're
next chapter.
Back.
Okay, there's 1. If he gets another one, nope. That's 2
2
flags.
flags. 3 flags.
3 flags in a row. So the last person that moved was Kopke and the Jaeger. So roll 2d6, Andre. We'll see what it is.
11.
Friendly fire.
Well,
Not bad.
the commissariat showed up, and 1 unit can be resupplied with water
Okay.
or ammo.
Well, we're taking the quartermaster and his assistant.
We've never seen that one. In all the games we played, it's the first time we've ever rolled an 11 on that. And it could have come in very handy on a lot of games, but not this one.
Pretty situational, though.
2, that's Leech, so that's these guys here.
Actually, in the back of the pack, I just moved him up for... He's actually not there.
It'll be long range.
He would...
Need 4s, right?
Nope.
When I measured, I
5s.
moved him up to the front to
5.
show where the guys came to.
Yeah, so you already did first fire. You're in cover, so you get a +1. And long range of the musket 6, so you need 5s. And they don't have sharp practice. We made a mistake earlier. These militia don't have sharp practice, so needing 5s with good shots. 1. It's not bad. Still 4 hits.
That's all Steve ever does is 4 hits.
Yeah, I had that one right.
No matter what he needs.
Right with completed.
yeah. 4 hits or nothing.
So is that 2 shock? So 2 shock onto Wallace's cavalry. Okay, and then they'll reload. Yeah, we made a mistake earlier when we gave them sharp practice and they were firing at the Jaegers. They probably shouldn't have. As a matter of fact, Andre, I'm thinking you should get to put one Jaeger back just to make up for that.
But those guys didn't sharp practice. It was these guys that sharp practiced.
Still, somebody sharp practice against the rules.
Oh, neither one of those had sharp practice?
No. Put one Jaeger back.
That's a little powerful.
Okay, then don't put one Jaeger back. Take a shock off then. At least do something.
I'll take a shock off.
Okay, take a shock off. They're down to 2.
But
That
yeah,
was my mistake. I said they had sharp practice. They don't.
a full Jaeger back is
Okay.
that's a pretty big deal.
All right, then next card. Red 3. That's Kopke. That's Kopke. That's your Jaeger. So he's back up. They got 2 shock. He's a level 2. Sounds like a natural thing to pull the 2 shock at this point.
Well, the cavalry was supposed to be out of the way first.
They're not though. So yeah.
So pull 2 shock.
All right, Jens will pull the shock. So they're back to being semi-effective. A level 2 leader with 4 Jaegers, no shock.
Yeah.
And rifles. So blue 5, that's the cavalry. Melholland. Melholland's cavalry moved up at the canter. He was able to 45 it, kind of over to there. And Horton was able to get out of Wallace's arc. He burned the 2 flags to interrupt and move Horton's skirmishers out. He moved 10 and got out of both the arc of the cavalry and the arc of Lankowski's grenadiers. So next card. 2.
Andre, I think I did something. I think I got the wrong corner.
That's a Vesterman. All right, next card, right? We were just debating the placement of the American cavalry. So another red flag.
Hey, I can activate my cavalry and charge something. Hey, it doesn't matter anymore.
You go to a walk and charge these guys from behind. You don't have far to go.
Or you could
No, you're galloping though.
You could canter.
Yep.
So you
get
can't-
them.
No. Actually, you probably could reach them with the canter.
But it's not like I'm in a rush.
Okay. Blue 3, that's Horton, who just went with the 2 flags. So next card.
He can pull a shock.
3 red flags. That's interesting. He's still got all of his Indians off the board who haven't even come on yet. So it's interesting how like the game shifted a little bit. It was looking bad for Andre, but now it's looking bad for Steve a little bit. So 1, that's the big man here. All right, so the big man Lankowski, he tried to wheel, roll the 1. He was trying to wheel to get Horton in his arc, but he only rolled the 1, so he had to burn his other activation to wheel another 3. So he's finally got Horton in his arc, but he can't do anything. Unless he pulls another red flag. Blue flag. Ah, it's the Tiffin.
So I can take a unit that hasn't.
Yeah, something that hasn't activated yet. So yeah, we'll
Horton hasn't gone.
Horton went with the 2 flags.
Oh, I'm sorry, Horton. I was thinking Wadsworth.
Wadsworth hasn't gone. I don't think Downs is gone. Yeah, Downs hasn't gone either. So we'll figure it out. Okay, so Andre, was that after the Tiffany did that? I can't remember. So he's moved up there. Couldn't make it. We just realized he never put Son of Magua or Tatanka's card in the deck
Or
this
their
whole
card.
time. Or their card. So anyway, they'll be in there now. And we were just talking, why haven't the Indians come in? Well, their card wasn't in. That's why. So after the Tiffin, the last thing, he's going to have Leech fire at Wallace, needing 3s, yeah, because you're in cover. Oh, it's all but 1, so 6 hits. 6 hits onto Wallace. So reroll that one. So I see 3 shock, 4 shock and a dead. Check and see if it's Wallace. It's Wallace. He's knocked out. Wallace is knocked out, and you've taken 1, 2, 3 shock. Okay. Wallace is down. He's knocked out. He took 3 shock. You rolled a bad thing. He dropped down to 9. Now we go to the next turn.
So I need an incredible set of draws here.
No problem. There's the start. That is Kocky, your...
That's one of the things I needed.
That is your... Yeah, that's your Jaeger.
So that's 6 shots.
Yep, so he's a level 2, right?
Yep.
So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we'll figure it out. So Kopke moved over with this free move. He's gonna fire at James Melholland, and anything but with 6 shots, flank shot. So that's all hits.
6. That was all hits anyway. Well.
Okay, Steve, over here in the open.
Lots of 4s and 5s.
Whoa.
Really?
2 shock?
That's
3
shock. 6
6
shock. So 6 total shock because you're doubling because he's flank shot. But could have been worse.
Should have been worse.
It could have been worse. But still, 6 shock is not great. That's going to really, well, pretty much just end him.
Crimp my style.
But you have a holy man, so when Wadsworth card ever comes out, you can bring the holy man in. So next card. Red flag. Okay, the drawing is going Andre's way so far. That's 3 flags in a row.
Fire again.
Roll a 2d6 and see what happens.
9.
9. All right, Kopke's charged to hell. Charge them to hell. 2d6. If he makes contact, it's a fisticuffs. No, he's not going to.
That would have been a lot more interesting.
He got close. That would have been a hell of a thing to fire that volley and then charge in. That would have been epic.
Wow.
Okay, next card. Oh, that's 3.
That's
so
4.
That's 4?
Well, 4 flags in a row.
Oh, yeah. But I mean 3 red flags. So
3 red flags.
Andre could activate something. We'll let Andre figure it out. Andre's going to keep drawing.
Oh, there were blue ones in there.
Ryan Horton, that's the blue 3, so that's these boys here. Okay, so we had Horton move back, reface. He just got out of the arc of these guys. He refaced there. He's not in cover though, so he's not going to get any bonus, but he's still going to get 8 shots for good shots, but he's needing 6s. Trying to flank shot on Wallace. He's got 1. 1 hit. All right. Soft cover. Nothing. Okay, next
So how
card.
do we get to 6s? So it's 3 base, 1 for long range.
No, it's 6 base. No, you're thinking bolt action. Long range is 6, always. It would be 5 if you were in cover.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So another blue flag. Okay, that's Wadsworth, who we haven't seen in some time. So Wadsworth, I'm sorry, did you just move your free move up?
Yeah.
So he's going to fire and I guess half reload and needing 4s. 1, 2, 3 hits. Just 3 hits. Soft cover. Looks like 3 shock. 3 shock onto the Grenadiers. Alright, so we should have split those up. Hold on a second. Should have split these up. So he's put 2 here, 1 here. And also while Wadsworth activate, he's going to bring in the Holy Man over here.
And take off a shock.
And take off the shock. So D6 shock there, Steve. 3 shock. Better than average, which is 1. So he's down to 3 shock with the cavalry there. Okay, next card. Blue 2. That's Walt Leach. That's those guys there. So he's going to have Leach's Minutemen fire at these guys, needing 3s.
That's
All but 1. All but 2. 3.
3.
All but 3. So 5 hits. 5 hits, Andre. In the open, so we got dead and 2 shock. So check again and see if it's a Wallace. not Wallace. So dead dude and 2 more shock onto the cavalry. What shock are they up to now?
7.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's okay. I can't take
We
any
got
of them off.
7 guys left, so they don't fall back yet. Okay, next card.
Well, at least I can go to a walk and start taking shots.
So they're reloaded. Okay. Fire and reload, alright? Next card.
Oh yeah, these guys are half reloaded.
That's the red 6. That's Wallace, so you can see if Wallace gets up.
That would be helpful.
Nope. We have really bad luck with getting up. Next
What
card.
have I had good luck with tonight? I'm curious.
Oh, the 4th red flag.
Yeah, you're pulling flags like
That is good.
Yeah,
That's good.
but what good does it do me?
You can bring in one of your Indians, and then when you pull his flag, you can activate him again. It's really, you need to get those Indians on. I mean, they're just sitting there not doing anything. Yeah, we'll let Andre think
even
about
if
it.
they.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Andre is going to burn the 4 flags to activate Kopke again. So he moved his free move only an inch, just a little over. Tap reload, which means he can fire as a musket now for the rest of the game. And he's going to do another volley into the side of the cavalry.
5
Needing
hits.
anything. Yeah, only 1 miss. These are
There are
3s.
5 hits.
5 hits, Steve. And this is another flank shot. Oof, only 2 more shock.
The 3 isn't a shock?
Yeah, it is. But you get 2 because it's... Wait, did you roll that
yeah.
too? Oh, I'm sorry. So 4 shock. 4 more shock.
So that shocks me up to 7.
So he's back to 7. Her holy man's already come in. Okay, and then he's going to be unloaded, firing as a musket the rest of the game. Next card. The Tiffin has come out.
You get 2 flags.
Steve's got 2, so he's got 4 and 5 left, which is Downs and Melholland.
Yeah,
The
so
cavalry.
he can walk and assault, right?
Yeah, with 7 shock.
But I don't know what that means. I mean,
It means
It's
you're
gonna-
subtracting 7 from your
Yeah, so you're going to need like a
advance.
10-inch roll just to make it that short distance.
but how many dice am I getting?
2.
Not very many. You want me to figure it out?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's...
All right, I'll figure it out. We'll be right back. It was Tiffin. He tried to reach. Needed a 10 to go 3 inches with the shock. He didn't make it. So he's just facing them now. And then Downs just barely made it over the fence. And that's it for that turn. So move on to the next turn. Starting off the blue flag. Blue 3's Horton. That's these guys here. So he's going to have Horton see if he can get another shock onto Wallace. Needing 6s. Another, 2 hits. 2 hits, Andre. Oh, that's 2 more shock. Oh, no, you're not.
Why is that 2 shock?
No, yeah, you're not behind him. It's 1 shock. No, it's no shock because he's getting soft cover. Never mind. So fire and reload here.
Alright, pull on your card.
All right, next card. Red 5A. It's Tatanka. Wow.
Tatanka.
Indians are finally going to make an
That's
appearance.
Tatanka's here.
Tatanka is with the rifle, yes. Tatanka's come in here off the road jump off point. He's going to fire at the cavalry. So the whites are needing 3s, the other one's needing 5s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits onto the cavalry in the open. It's a dead and 3 shock. Ouch. Check your leader, because they are skirmishers. So the chance
Sorry, your thing
that they
only
can
goes
hit
up to
Melholland.
9. Here's a leader.
It's not him. So you lost a guy, took 3 shocks. You're at 9 with.
No, I'm actually at 10, but your indicator doesn't go that high.
Oh, the second one, the dreaded second dial.
It's not a good sign.
Hey, we've been up to the 3rd dial before. maybe more, maybe beyond. So you got 6, 7, 8 with 10. So you're gonna have to do some falling back here. We'll figure it out. They fell back 2 inches involuntarily, and Steve dropped from 10 down to a 9.
Now every time you shoot them, I fall back.
Pretty much every time you take a shock.
That's same.
That's the
Both our cavalry are going to lose the game for us.
So that's the
That's Wadsworth.
big man Wadsworth. Wadsworth's gonna finish reloading. Fire at the grenadiers with 9 shots, needing 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits.
Wow.
Oh,
Ouch.
2 dead and a shock. So we forgot to split them up again. We'll just put 1 on
He
each.
did 2 sets of dice. He did 2 green and 2 red.
Okay, so big man. Nope. Sergeant. Yes, it is the sergeant. So Vesterman's hit. See what happens to him. He's killed.
Yay.
Sergeant Vesterman is taken out by Wadsworth. Level 1 leader was probably
Killed.
-1.
So I'm down
Double
to 8.
check. Yep. So it'll be a dead man out of here. Vesterman killed. And a shock was on.
Shock?
You took 1 shock and
Oh,
2
the
dead.
5?
Yeah. Let's put it on those guys. Okay. Next card.
Oh wait, hang on. Could I sharp practice on that?
You could
Rifles,
sharp
though.
practice to reload fully.
Ah, screw that now.
I don't know. It's not bad because you could. All right, we press on. Blue 4. That's Alan Downs.
Yeah.
Downs moved up a little bit. He's gonna fire and reload. He moved up 1d6 or
Yeah,
2.
those are free. They're free.
Okay, so fire reload onto these guys. First fire though, so needing 4 is long range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1,
5
2,
hits,
3,
yeah.
5 hits. 5 hits, Andre.
Okay. So that's
Or
the
that
big man.
Okay, so a shock on him. And the sergeant's group is
2 shock.
2 shock. So they're at 4. They're at 3. So doing some damage. You killed the sergeant, Vesterman. Put a bunch of shock on. Killed another guy. Next card. That's 3 blue flags for
flags.
Steve.
So this is Steve's turn.
This is a Steve turn. He could either activate a guy, an officer. He could wait. At this point, probably waiting. Unless you have something you really want to do. We'll let him think about it. Alright, he's not going to activate Leech. So next card.
That's the Dragoons.
Yes.
They should
James
charge.
Nolan. Charge! He's only got
So
10 shock.
Can they do anything to avoid just getting shot at? I mean, can they turn around and run away from
Yes.
the enemy and get like
Yeah.
full
So both-
move or something?
Both of your guys can move away from the enemy without suffering any effects of shock. So, what speed were you at? Canter?
Walk.
Walk, so you can canter. Oh no, you have to turn around first. You're gonna have to walk back. It's not looking good. You're probably gonna wind up about.
The ass, so
Yeah, you're gonna be there. You
I'm just gonna stay there and face the music.
might as well try to charge again. I mean,
But I got 10 shock.
Yeah, but you can come forward 2
Actually,
inches.
You know what? I'll come up to a canter. I'll
Canter.
come up to a canter.
come up to a canter, you can bake it.
All right.
So you're getting 2d6 plus 6. So you need. Yeah, we'll
A high
we'll
number.
know if you make it or not. No.
7 plus
7 plus 6
is
minus.
13 minus 10 is 3 inches.
Yeah, so that's gonna get you up to like
Hey, they're closer.
about there.
Oh, I thought they didn't move at all if they don't make it.
No.
No,
they move.
They move if you move. But the last time you had negative because you had
Oh, I
less
see.
movement than you had shock. So, well, anyway, next card.
But at least you're countering now.
Hey, if you get the 4th flag, you can try it again.
Were you at a canter or are you at a what?
I think he's at a canter.
I think I'm at a.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's at a canter.
I just haven't moved.
This has been so long.
I'm cantering in place for 2 turns.
Oh no, that's Wallace. We'll see if he gets up. Come on, Wallace. Yeah, he's getting up. Wallace is getting up. What happened?
What happened?
Hey guys.
knock him out again. Get him up. We're out.
So
Knock 'em
we're
up, knock 'em
cantering in.
I don't think he can do anything this turn. That's his
Oh.
thing, is getting up, dusting himself.
That
Can
was-
activate him after the Tiffin. Ooh, big
The big man. So that is that's Lankowski and the boys. So Andre had Lankowski wheel back and pull back away from the enemy, so the shock doesn't count. He wound up here, and he's going to bring the holy man in over there with Wallace. Ooh, a 4. Wow. So that'll bring him down to a 3. 3 shock. Suddenly Wallace is not looking too bad all of a sudden. 3 shock, he's back up. He's got the holy man with him. Oh, there's the
There's the fourth
blue
flag.
Oh boy,
So
that could be good. So we'll discuss
after
it.
the Tiffin, I can activate one that's already activated, right? With 4 flags.
No,
You can activate
now you can do it.
But
Not
if there-
after the Tiffin. After the Tiffin.
after the Tiffin. It's 1 flag. You can do somebody who hasn't activated.
Yeah, so you'd be wise to probably.
If you want to activate somebody a second time, you got to do it now.
Yeah, so we'll look and see what he has. Burn the 4 flags. You're gonna have Leech fire at Wallace.
Fire and reload.
Fire and reload.
Ooh, not as good. Oh, I guess I just needed 3s, right?
3s, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 6 hits.
That's all.
That's pretty good.
Needing 3s is a problem.
So
Two
that's
dead.
2 dead and a shock. Check and see if it's Wallace. It's not Wallace. So two more dead dragoons and a shock. Alright, so we burn those. Red flags. Andre's got 2. 3. That's
3 flags in a row, right?
I think so. Yeah, because you pulled one of yours and then 2 more. So roll me 2d6 for Leech.
Damp powder.
Damp squig. A
6.
6. Firing random event on a 6. We're beating them, boys. Use inspired by their firing or remove 1 point of shock. They don't have any shock.
-1 shock.
Got a shock buffer. And the Tiffin. So Andre's got 3 flags. We'll figure it out. Start off here with Kopke. He did a free move of 1 inch. He's a musket profile now because he tap reloaded, so he's going to reload and fire.
You forgot about my move.
You know, you got a 1 inch move. I think I mentioned that. So needing 3s. 1, 2, 3 hits. 3 hits on the Cav. Mulholland. And it is a dead and 2 shocks. Check your leader. See if it's him. Not him. So it's another dead guy. So you're up to how many shock now?
12.
12 with 7 guys. 8, 9, 10. So you're going to have to fall back 5 inches and roll a bad thing. Back here on the wagon, roll a bad thing for an involuntary withdrawal. It's another
Sixes are
-1.
usually good, right?
So you're
They're
down,
always good.
down to 8. So they're both tied at 8.
Okay, and
Cavalry?
so I do a charge.
Okay, so you're going to go up to the gallop, I'm assuming? They're right at the edge of the woods, so we're saying you can charge them. But Steve could do a evade.
Yep.
I'm going to evade.
He's going to evade.
Okay.
What does evade mean?
Don't
No,
whiff.
no.
We'll figure it out. Right, Andre was going to walk into the woods and charge him. Leech evaded, got a 10-inch move and like ran way out of the woods. Andre wound up rolling a 4 with 4 shocks, so he's just going to stay there. Is that everything? You still got 1 flag left, but I don't think you have anything on the board that hasn't gone.
Yeah.
So move on to the next turn. Alright, here we go. Next turn. Is it critical?
Not really.
Red 4, it's Son of Magua, who hasn't gone yet. He's still off the board, so Son of Magua can finally come in. Son of Magua has come in front of Tatanka, because Tatanka is considerate enough to leave a space for him. So he's going to fire at the cavalry, needing 5s. First fire long range. 1, 2, 3,
hits.
4.
4 hits. 4 hits onto the cavalry. It appears that they're securing the wagon, but they're not. I see 3.
Got 3 3s and a 2.
So 3 more shock. What's that going to take you up to?
15.
15?
Ooh.
With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3,
Don't forget
4, 5. I think they break.
You got a holy man there.
Oh, so the holy man counts for 1 shock,
Yes.
right? So,
So
you're
they're
1
one
away.
off.
You're 1 away from breaking, but you are going to have to fall back. Okay, so Mel Holland is falling back way the hell back here. He's 1 away from breaking, and he's dropped down to 7 on the involuntary withdrawal. Blue 2, that's Leech, who's over there.
That's because they're good shots right there.
Yep, so Leech just moved back here, and he's going to fire. You're over 12 there?
Yeah.
Okay, so needing 6s.
I'll take 2.
Wow.
2 hits in the open. Point of shock. So what are they at now?
5.
Back to 5.
I'll
Damn.
reload.
So moved is free move. Fired and reloaded. Next card. What's the blue 4? That's I'm sorry.
Son of Magua.
It's out and downs. These guys. So downs. I was going to run up here, but we informed Steve that if these guys broke and interpenetrated them, it would transfer all the excess shock onto them. So we decided to just swing around this way. And he's going to fire at Lankowski's guys needing 5s. 2 hits.
2 hits.
And in the open, because you're closer to the cover than him. So 1 each, Andre.
Okay. Big blue.
Point of shock. Nothing. So point of shock on the big man. So what are they up to now? 4. Okay. And they're going to be unloaded, right?
Yes.
Okay, next card.
Oh, I just screwed Wadsworth.
You got Wadsworth's way. Red flag. Oh, the Tiffin. So that means Andre can do 1 thing, which I'm guessing these guys will. Well, I don't know. He's got a lot of stuff he can do, so we'll let Andre figure it out. Andre has used his 1 post Tiffin flag to move the line back, so I'm not going to let them capture this. They're 1 away from breaking. There's no way in hell they're going to secure the wagon at this point.
The heroes of the
If
game.
these units were up here, I might consider it, but Andre's still got time to get these guys up there, so we'll move on to the next turn. Okay, so we're going to, at this point I'm going to say,
Actually, it'd be better off not to shoot them because they're.
if Steve can get up here, at the end of this turn, if Steve's on the wagon and no one else is within 6, we're going to call it. That's going to give everyone time to get up here. So it's going to have to be a mad rush for the wagon at this point.
Wadsworth.
Wadsworth can make it.
Yeah.
Oh wait, he does know how to jump over fences.
So Wadsworth's finally getting up here. He's up by the ruin. Used all of his moves, but he got a hell of a move. He's up there now. Next card. Whoops. Want to reshuffle? Or reshuffle. It was the next card. We should have just went with it. Anyway, red flag. Dragoon 5. That's the Dragoons full of shock.
Pull shock.
He's a level 2. He can pull 2 shock.
That's all he can do,
You
right?
boosted him
He
up.
can't do anything else, can he?
Not really. Unless you want to fall back.
Oh.
I mean, you could pull back. He's at the walk.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
he's got 15. Oh, but that.
But it doesn't count for going backwards.
So you could pull
But
him
you'd be
out of there.
facing away from me, doubling shock.
Yeah.
That mattered.
And closer to the board edge, so if you
Yeah.
They
break-
have rifles. No, nobody's got rifles though.
Nope, no rifles on the British side. All right, we'll figure it out. So he's went to the walk, and he's just clearing a path.
He
to the
was in
wagon.
arc too.
Hey, they can move up. Well, they don't have so many shock. That's your Dragoons, Andre. Wallace. The
Yep.
Dragoons have dismounted, and they're there, and they're going to get 4 shots. He's going to see if he can break these guys. First fire needing 5s. Got 1 hit.
1 hit.
Soft cover. Nothing. Nothing. So they're going to be unloaded.
No. Or
We'll say that dismount's an action and
An
then
action.
firing is an action. He was trying to, but he pulled. No, he didn't pull any shock, right?
I ran away.
He was just. They would have broke.
and they would have broke through Wadsworth.
Yeah, that would have been epic. Wadsworth would have been swamped with shock. So next card. And maybe get another chance. Blue 2, that's Walt Leach.
These guys.
So now we got a flank shot on him. Flank shot on the Dragoons, right?
You gonna look at that a little closer, Travis?
Alright, we'll take a look at it. The Leech moved up with his free move. Fire and reload onto those guys. Not a flank shot. Needing 4s.
4 hits.
4 hits. I guess soft cover. They're skirmishers now, right? So dead in a shock. Well, see if it's Wallace. Could be Wallace again. Can you get hit twice in one game?
Of course.
Nope.
You got a bad thing though, right? Because you're 6 and 6. You have 6 guys. Oh, you have 1. You got the
So
Holy Man.
1 died.
Oh yeah, now you're.
So the Holy Man
6
counts.
Shocks.
So nothing yet. 6 shock with 6 guys. Alright, next card. So Andre will go first because you got the 2 flags. So Jens and the boys moved up their free move. They're going to reload and fire, which will leave them unloaded. Eating 5s.
3 hits.
3 hits onto the Cav. In the open. Yeah, dead and 4 shock. So see if it's the leader. Nope. So it's just a dead.
Oh, they break, right?
4 more shock, they're gonna break.
Well, hang on.
So it's 2d6 plus
Well,
back.
so does the amount of shock matter?
No, they're just double. So it's
Oh, okay.
2d6 plus 6, I think, back.
So 13.
Yep. 13 inches away, so just straight down the road. So it's going to be hard for Andre to get those guys to route at this point. But they're essentially out of the game. So that was... So now it's your turn, Steve. Horton moved up. He's going to fire at Wallace.
He's got range. Yeah, he's still out of range.
Needing 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice.
Always 4.
Hard cover though.
Always 4.
A dead in the shock.
So you're breaking.
Let's see if it's Wallace. It's not Wallace. So a dead in the shock. So you got 7 shock now. So you're gonna involuntary withdraw. So roll a
Don't I just drop back the difference?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So
So 3
3.
inches. Yep. And then you will roll a bad thing. And on a 4 plus, don't forget to take your Holy Man with you. And then bad thing. It's -1. So Andre's down to 7. And then Andre has 1 more flag. The last flag, Andre had Son of Magua just charge up here towards the wagon. That'll be it. Here we go. Now it's important. Let's get some guys up to the wagon here. 2 flags in a row. 3 flags in a row. Son of Magua, roll me a...
11!
That's insane heroism.
That's the same thing. Commissariat. The quartermaster arrives. 1 unit. Twice in one game after years of never seen it. Okay. Next card. Okay, that's another flag.
You shuffled this deck. Gee.
4. That is Son of Magua. Again. The Son of Magua. He needed a 10 on his free move and 1 action to get within range of these guys.
Pulled the 6.
2 inches shy, as they say. So then, who are you shooting at?
Those boys.
Gonna fire at Horton.
Wow.
First fire, right? So needing 5s? Wow,
5s or 4s?
5s, because you're in long range. Wait, he already fired, right?
Oh, he...
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Shot
fired at the cavalry, so he needs 6s. We still got 3 hits.
I don't get skirmisher +1?
No, because you're not in cover.
Behind the wagon? And the fences?
Nope. Wagon don't count.
2 shot?
2 shock.
So
actually, it's nothing because it's soft cover here.
I'm not... So I'm seriously not in cover behind the wagon.
Alright, fine. 2 more then. 2 more saves there, Steve.
I
Well,
would have
then
moved.
I'm taking hard cover for being behind the wagon.
You'll be in hardcover. You are in hardcover.
I would have moved off to the.
A
Well.
dead. Alright, see if it's your leader. Watch, it'll be Horton. No. A dead. Okay.
That's your first guy you've killed, Andre. No, actually, that's not true.
Let's go 3 cavalry.
You got like 3.
Alright, so they're going to be unloaded. Alright, so next card. Blue 5.
That's my dragoon.
That's the Dragoons again. Who you could pull 2 shock.
Why wouldn't I just run and hide?
Yeah, however you want to do it.
So it's
Olin just, he's getting out of dodge here.
We can catch them, boys. We can catch them.
Another blue flag. That's 3 of them.
okay.
Blue 4. That is Alan Downs, the light infantry here. Downs ran up to the wagon, and then Steve used 2 flags to sharp practice, so they're not unloaded. Oh boy, that's Lankowski. We're just gonna have these guys present and fire. They haven't fired yet, right?
No.
So it's gonna be 6, 5 for the first fire, 4 for present. On to those guys, needing 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits onto Downs. Hard cover.
One shot.
Point of shock. Point of shock.
Wonderful.
Great job, Grenadiers. Amazing work.
Wow.
They'll be unloaded. You could sharp practice to reload them.
Yeah, I could.
Okay.
I don't see the point.
Next card. Ah, the Tiffin.
Because if the Tiffin comes out, I've still got stuff on the board.
Okay. So the Dragoons just pulled back behind the church, and then he's gonna have Horton, Leech fire on Magua. Needing 6s.
I got 2 hits.
2 hits. I'll roll for Andre. I'll roll the saves. Watch. I'll get Magua killed. Yep. 6. Okay. Just a dead and a shock. Okay. And then Andre's got 1 more. So he just had Kopke reload and move over. So that's it. His turn. Starting off with a red flag. And a blue 4. That's Alan Downs. That's these guys. They have tomahawks.
I'm unloaded.
He's unloaded. This is your chance.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's Downs versus who is that? Oh, it's Magua. Downs versus Magua. Okay, so it's going to be 9 against 7. He's unloaded, but Steve does have tomahawks, so every 5 is a shock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shock.
Wow. So that's minus 3.
3 more.
Dice.
So Andre's up to 6 shock all of a sudden. And that's going to drop him down to 4.
dice.
Okay, so go ahead, Steve. Roll your, what did I say, 9?
What do I need?
Right here.
What do I need?
5s and 6s.
Unless you rolled them all already.
So,
It's
3.
so 2 6s and a 5 for Steve. And then
All I need is 4 hits here. Rawr.
1 hit. All right, so roll a bad thing, or roll for your leader, Steve. 1d6.
Oh, did he get a kill or just a shot?
It's a kill.
Oh.
A 6 is a shock and a kill. So it's not your leader. So Andre, it's not Andre's leader either. All right, so Andre's going to lose 3 guys and take 2 shock. Steve, you're just going to lose 1 guy, which I think is probably going to break Magua. He's going to be at 8 shock with 3. Yeah, they're going to break. Magua broke. So 2d6 plus 6 back. Oh wait, hold on. So he's going to take 2 more shock for losing by 2, so he's going to be at 10. So roll 2d6 plus 6, Andre. So that's how far you're going to pull back.
12 inches.
Yep.
And I'll lose 1 what, 5 shock on those other dudes as I pass through.
Yep. So they're going to take the excess shock. And yeah, that's that. So Andre has to the end of this turn to get Downs off of that wagon or Steve wins.
Looks like it's over.
Okay, so next card. Oh, and you got to do some bad things too.
Yeah.
So blue flag. Red 5. That's Tatanka. He's still back here in good shape. Andre is going to try to make it. Needs to get a hell of a roll here. Whoa. That's not enough.
That's only 16. I think I needed 18.
And then he needs a shock. And then he'll take a shock. We think that's right. You roll an extra d6, you take a shock. He was going to step out, but I think it's step out 2 for them, I think. So anyway, they're going to take a shock. They're going to stop right
Step
there.
out 1, I made it.
No, because it would have been the same thing, just another d6.
I can't step out and run.
No. I think the step out just
I'm moving,
saves
I'm
you.
moving.
That'd be 5 d6 to move. That's a little excessive.
2 flags,
3
3
flags
flags.
in a row.
Oh, I could make it.
You could.
Wait,
Roll.
That's mine? Oh.
7.
Sergeant, tell the men to sing. The troops are in column. They move 2d6 immediately.
We're in column on the road.
All right, go. All right, next card. That's the big man. So you got one chance to try to shoot Downs off of the wagon. So kind of the last gasp here for the British. Lankowski's Grenadiers are going to fire, but needing 6s because they've already presented. I'm not seeing
That's
A6.
not easy to do.
That is not easy to do. All right, next card. All right. Okay. That is the Tiffin. We'll come back. And with that, we're going to call the game. We're going to call a victory for the Continentals. They have secured the wagon. I know I said if there was an enemy within 6 inches of it, but what the hell? It's getting late.
Let's get it.
We could possibly keep going. I think that, I don't know, he might have a chance to drive him off.
I think we should go one more turn.
All right, one more turn. We'll see who gets the first card. We'll go one more turn. So disregard the wrap up. All right, we'll see what happens here. That's the British big man again.
Hey,
So
I
14
should
shots.
still have 14 dice somewhere, right?
3, 6, 9, 12,
I'll go down.
14. So another. Let's see if you can do it this time. Needing 6s. You got to get one this time, right?
Can I roll a 6?
1, 2.
1, 2.
2
Woo.
6s. So hard cover there for Downs. Oh, dead in the shock.
Yeah.
Check your leader. Oh no, never mind. Don't check your leader. Dead in the shock. Okay. The Tiffin.
All right, I'll call it. Man. I tried, Andre.
We're getting tired. So we'll come back and wrap it up. So yeah, it's kind of sad to call it now, because really this is the point of the game where. But I have a feeling that Tatanka
probably
would take him
take
down.
it.
And then,
These
he's still got
guys.
quite a bit of stuff to move
Drive
up.
Tatanka out.
But
But then my line would come up and finally do something effective.
Yeah. So in
Yeah.
other words, this game could go on for another 2 hours at this pace. But we're getting old, like Steve said, and it's hard for us to stay up and stand up on this concrete floor for this long. So we're just going to say the Continentals win. Downs won the game. He's going to scare everyone off. And that's the game. So I think overall
Quite the wrap up.
the mission worked pretty well, I think. Andre got to that 15 pretty quick. So maybe that number
But
could
it
be
was
bumped
another
up.
2 turns before I remembered to put the cards in.
Yeah. Yeah, if he would have had the cards in earlier, Tatanka, and then would have been up here much earlier, and that would have probably made a huge difference in the game. So maybe knowing
You
that.
saved them by keeping them in the reserves, because then my dragoons wouldn't have charged
Well,
them. and killed them all.
My cavalry might have actually gotten their card if it had been in the deck.
Yeah, that didn't help Andre. Thinking back on it now, it's like, I bet if Andre had all his cards in the deck and they were active more, he would have been up here and it'd been a lot harder for Steve to
You're
push
not
him
the
off.
first one to tell me if I was playing with a full deck, I could have been somebody.
You could have been something. Could have made something of this game with the full deck, but anyway, it is what it is. It was a fun game, and yeah. I don't really have much energy for the wrap up here, so anyone, you guys got anything to say? The Cavalry didn't do crap.
Sure they did. It sank both our morales.
All it did was drop everyone's force morale. I thought if there was going to be a game the Cavalry could do something, it was this game, because it's skirmishers all over the place. How hard is it to take out skirmishers? But as we found out with that
Incredibly
evade,
different with the evade.
the evade, it's hard, especially with the trees. But
Well, and especially as soon as you get up close enough to actually make them evade, all of a sudden you're getting flank shot and
yeah,
you go so slow.
so both Cavalry kind of whiffed in this game. But whatever. It happens all the time. We're used to it.
They
So
look cool.
they look cool. The rule of cool. Bring them
Well, my cavalry, you know, when they dismounted over there, they could have been heroes if they'd have made that shot and
Yeah.
broken everybody through the big man. But
That was Andre's big thing, was to try
that
to
was my one
get
big
the
shot.
angle and have the Cavalry break and add a bunch of shock and everything. But we'll give Downs the victory just because of what he did by taking out Son of Magua. They broke through Kopke, added a bunch of shock. But then they still have to deal with Tatanka. So really, it could go either way. So anyway, thanks to Steve and Andre for coming out. Thanks to all the people who hung around on the live stream with us tonight. And let us know what you guys think of this game. And check out our sponsors. Check out all our social media stuff on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And with that, we'll say thanks for watching. We'll see you all next time.